Hey YouTube, Matty's8012 here at the TCGPlayer Richmond KY Super Qualifier. There you go. I remembered it this time. I'm here with Mike Centers. Mike got third, fourth? Third, fourth. Yeah, you top four. That's what matters, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And what did you play today?
Played 3.5 Axis with hands.
Really? Fire Fist?
Yes.
Do you really think that was a, was it a meta call? I mean, like, people are not topping with this. What?
It's a very, like, I don't know, it's like underplayed is probably the best way to say it. Like, the deck is so explosive. Like, if you play it correctly, like with the hands, like I play with the fire and ice hands I main them, and like you just want like the deck wins by simplifying game state. And once you simplify game state, you just explode with 3 Axis plays. And once you do the 3 Axis plays, they can't really come back from it.
Yeah.
Because like all their top decks are going to get Gyoku'd, and it worked out all day today. Exactly how I thought.
All right, I want to show off your tokens. Let me see these tokens.
Awesome.
They're 3D, guys. Like, it's so hard to see. Pull one out of the sleeve. Pull one out.
Pull one out of the sleeve. Like
so you can see what he's done. Like,
they're separated a little bit here. Here you go.
Check that out. Yeah. Oh, you got it all separated?
Yes.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
And then you put it all together, and what does it look like?
Put it all together, and it looks like this. Sorry, it took me like...
That's sweet.
It took me like 2 hours a token. It was like ridiculous. I felt like I was working.
All right. Well, let's see this deck.
All right. So... First off, we'll start off with the 3 Axis side of things. You play the 1 Spirit.
Yeah.
Obviously, you only play 2 Rooster. Big trend is like everybody plays 2. Some players play 3, the ones that try to stay with the 3 Axis side of things. But you really only want 2 because this is a horrible draw. Like sometimes, like I side this down to 1 just so I don't draw it. And if you go Horse Prince play, which if you do, you can always go into Leopard and do similar things.
Yeah.
You play 3 Leopard. He's really good. Like if I was to switch this over, like everybody like suggested just take 3 Axis out and just play +1 style. If I was to do that there, I would still play the 3 Leopard over card D and anything of the sort. It's just really good.
Okay.
3 Bear, standard. The 1 Gorilla. Some players are playing 2 just to like they'll like run like 2 Leopard and 2 Gorilla. It's just really good. The extra spell and trap 8.
Yeah.
Also. Sometimes like you want to you'll like the players will play defensively like once they start seeing your fire, so they won't like let you hit bear to like get the fire formation for the deck, so like you can run over things with it. The 1 Wolf Bark, play 1 Blaster.
Really?
Yes. This card is like so amazing. A lot of players don't like it. I play a total of 18 monsters and 3 of which are water, so like 15 fire, and it's his free beater. Late game, he's really devastating. Plus I saw Levier, and he just helps extend so much.
Yeah.
I play, like I said, like the deck wants to play simplify game state, make your opponent like play around your boards, make them minus, and then like once they start the minus and everything, you just unload on the 3 Axis plays, and you just generate so much advantage from us.
Fair.
So that rounds out like the Fire Fist side of things. Here's the hands. I play 3 hands, 3 ice and 3 fire.
Yeah.
And that rounds out all the monsters. These guys right here are like super amazing. I mean, this is like a 1 card out. Like ideally, like if you're going up against a established board, you want to draw the ice hand because you want to try to pop off their back row before you pop off their monsters for 1, but also he gets under bottomless.
Yeah.
And it's just they're just 1 card answers to players that want to play YuGiOh.
Yeah.
They're really good. Like I think I actually went through the full 6 5 or 6 times a day by turn 2, and I think I lost probably about like 1,800 life and ended up clearing their entire board. I made them go like -5. So
that's so good.
It's really good. Yeah, it's like you're playing JD. You play the 3 Tinky, standard, obvious.
Yeah.
You play only 2 Tensu. I want to cut it up to 3, but like there just isn't room, and I don't want the clump. But like this card right here is what enables like every play within the deck. Next to Tinky, obviously, but the 2 Gyoku, I'd like to put it at 3, but like with Mermail and Dragon Rulers being like the most prevalent popular decks or whatever, like you don't have enough targets, so like against Rogue you'd want 3.
Yeah.
3 MST and then finally 2 Soul Charge. You don't play Rekindling. Rekindling is absolutely garbage.
How much would you have to get back with Rekindling? Like not enough that would really, I feel like, would be.
Like a lot of players, like before Soul Charge came out, like players were using Rekindling to go back into like make like a second Horse Prince play, or they go into Vulcan, etc., and then make a rank 6, and it was just to help them like establish stuff. Also, you could always get back Leopard, to always get Fire Formation. That was always like a pretty easy thing.
That's fine, but
like the Soul Charges is like so much better. Like, for like the utility that you want, Rekindling Soul Charge does it twice as good.
Oh yeah.
Plus, you like making Cardinals like so much easier with him.
Oh yeah.
That's for the spells. I'm sorry for the counts. It's 18. It's 18 monsters, and then it's 10 traps, and then it's 12. Or sorry, my math's horrible.
Oh, that's right.
It's whatever the spell count would be.
Whatever it was.
It's 18 monsters and 10 traps, and you can find out
they can rewind back and recount on themselves.
So you play the 1 warning. Ultis are better.
Ultis are better.
The 1 torrential tribute and the 1 model trap ult.
Finish, Mike.
In a second. So like these out here, you have to play them and everything. Like it's touchdown dragons, touchdown title, etc. The unis here because it just
clears their Soul Charge play.
Yeah, and like I'll teach you like another thing, like one more thing about this deck. Like after I get done with the deck profile about why you can do so many neat little things with it. You play only 2 Blackhorn. Geargia isn't like the big prevalent deck anymore, and after talking players play 3. Also, like, but this is still very good. Like I would not play it at 3 though. I would play it at 2. It's a solid 2 up. Instead of playing the 3rd, I would suggest play this. Heldry Record. Like
interesting.
Yeah, like so everybody's like, so Blackhorn's better. It hits synchros, it hits any XE that this guy would hit. Why would you play Heraldry Record over the 3rd Blackhorn? Well, it's sort of like Hoban theory, like established boards. Dragons are going to be faster than you making exceeds. So like, if they get to go first, or if they make an established board and I don't have the Blackhorn, if I draw into the record, I can always have the Alpha Felgrand, and other like now Ragnar Zero's out. That's another big problem that you would run into. So Heldry Record just answers so many problems. Like before this tournament, I was actually playing it 2. I was playing 2 Blackhorn, 2 Heldry Record, but it was just I didn't want it to clump. And at least the Blackhorn was out to lead. So overall, I loved it. It actually like stopped Cowboy per game. Heldry Record did, and in time once, which I wasn't able to recover, and it got into maybe game 2, or game 3. So, but
that's cool.
It's fine. Next up, we play 4 attack-based traps. So, like, everybody's like, Mirror Force is bad and Deep Prison's bad. Well, hands are a card, so you need the prisons. Prisons, like, are outs to the hands. And you'll see from Parker's build, like, Parker's build is actually very, very, very good. I actually played a deck, the Jordan Bermudez's build. It's very similar, and, like, the hands just enable so many different plays. Like, any deck that can run hands should. Just, like, it's, I mean, if you run, like, Exodia, I'd play hands. They're that good.
They're that good?
Yes, and the Deep Prisons are just outs to that. Also, if you're playing against Dragon Ruler, you can always banish the dragons whenever they attack with Skill Dragon. Also, against Mermail, they always run into the attack-based traps. They always do. It's like they don't care a lot of the times. I guess it's because like they sort of kind of have to play into the attack-based traps. The Deep Prison's always good to like banish the Lindy, and it doesn't set it off. And also the Mirror Forces are just very good overall. I think the potential plus, and that's what you want to do. Like I said, you want to simplify game state and then overwhelm them with 3 axes. So that's it for the traps. Move on to the extra deck?
That's fine.
The extra deck was, I played 1 Horse Prince. You only need 1. Like I said, you're not going to do 3 axis plays as often as you think, especially with the hands. Ideally, you just want to set Fire Hand and 2 traps turn 1, even if you open Horse Prince play. Because, like, if you do Horse Prince, you're going to get Exciton. So, like, you need the Blackhorn or Heldry Record, or you need the Warning, or some way to prevent Exciton from hurting you. So it makes it, like, your plus is worthless at that point. So, like, ideally, like I said, you just want to do the hand plays from the beginning and then overwhelm with 3 axes. Next we play 1 Vulcan. It's the better 6. Like you do not want to play 2 of this guy. This guy is horrible. Like when you do the Horse Prince play, all you're doing is making beaters and a guy that swaps out your fire formations that gets ran over by everything in the meta. So ideally, like the Vulcan will at least like generate like some sort of advantage. Like sometimes like you'll like go into an established board, turn
turn 2 and you see an opportunity to make the horseman's play and you feel like it's the only thing you can do. So like once you use your Tinky, if you don't have a follow-up play, like what you do is like you can use the Vulcan, target their card, and then your Tinky to get it back to your hand. So you always have that follow-up play. And that there's what the friend of mine, he actually played the exact same deck, and that there's what the goal was, just always play for follow-ups. And it worked really well. I ended up knocking him out though.
You ended up knocking him out?
Yeah.
That sucks.
2 rank 3s. We play Levier and Lineaper. Obviously, you have to play Lineaper to continue to recycle like Wolf Bark and other things. Levier is everybody's like wanting to run Alucard, or they'll run a. I'm sorry for the life of me, I can't remember the other rank 3. But you want to run Levier because like it just extends plays. Like I said, you want to play like when you start doing your 3-axis stuff, you want to overwhelm them with advantage.
Yeah.
That's it. And once you start overwhelming with advantage, it's very easy, like mid-late game to OTK with like literally just a spirit. Next up, we play to 2 Tiger King. Standard. Realistically, you're only going to bring out 1, but like in a grind game, you're going to need the second.
You want to have
especially because like what you'll do is like you play the 1 Cardinal as well. So like you'll usually bring out Tiger King, and then later you'll bring out the Cardinal, and then later if it continues to go on, you're going to need to bring out this guy. So like you need to play the 2 up here. You only need to play the 1 Cardinal. Cardinal's really good, but it's so hard to bring without making without soul charge and not making yourself lose advantage.
Yeah.
Next up, we play the 1 Bujite Kagasuchi. He's just a beater. He's better than Maze Stroke. He survives through damage. And also, because you play the Blaster, the Mill 5 is actually kind of clutch.
Yeah,
like it's kind of clutch like late game. Like if you need, like, if you got no other play to go and you need to start making damage, you make Kagasuchi, hopefully mill off the Blaster. He's really good. You play 1-101. I almost want to play 2, but like I'm just not gonna have room. Like I need to put Ragna Zero in this build.
Yeah.
And
Ragna Zero
is extremely underappreciated right now.
Oh, totally. Like he's very good. He answers like so many problems. Like in the mirror match, if you're playing Fire Fist. Also, if you're playing against Madolche, it's very good. The fact that it just destroys the card, it doesn't target, or does it target? I can't really remember.
I don't remember exactly what it does.
I can't remember. I just know it destroys, and once it destroys it, you draw a card. Like it just creates pluses, and that is what you should be trying to do.
Yeah, it gets rid of stuff for free. Like that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like
and it's once during either turn, so it gives you some sort of like interaction on their turn as well.
Yes.
So next you play 1 Exciton. I only made it 1 time today, and I wish I didn't. There was a better play to make, but I didn't see it. I felt like this was the better play to make. I was playing against Mermail in top 4, and I should have made Tiger King to have a follow-up, but I just want to simplify game state, and he ended up reckless reading into the win.
No.
So
yeah,
but it's all thing. I mean, like, you need it. I'm not going to remove it. You need it.
Yeah.
So like you play 1 Dweller, obviously Mermail, also the Artifact and the hands.
Yes.
It's just really good. Next you play the 1 Black Chip of Corn. Again, like I wasn't playing this until like hands started becoming like a really big problem for everybody.
Like it makes the hands miss timing and.
Well, it's not necessarily miss timing. It doesn't destroy.
It doesn't destroy. It sins.
Also, like if you play Soul Charge, like you have like no real way to make damage or try to like recalibrate, like if you're in time or something. So like if you make the rank 4 in a Black Chip and Cowboy, that gives you 1800 damage right there if you have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
And most of the time, like in late game, that 1800 free damage is like off of 1 Soul Charge is like really good.
Yeah.
You play the 1 Cowboy again. Obviously, you play all the 4s, so like you're gonna need that extra damage. I did Cowboy 3 times a day per game. Next up is Heartland Draco. This card is so clutch in time. Next after your Fire Fist, you always have a face-up spell and trap cards off.
So you can't be attacked and.
Yeah, so like if you're in time, going into turn 4 and you don't want to, like if you've already used your Bujite Kagasuchi, like you have an out. Like you just put him in defense and he can't be attacked. He can't be arced at that point. And then on your turn, if you're going to be turn 5, you can always detach and make the free 2K.
All right.
Like with Soul Charge being a big problem, like in every like big deck, so why not get the free 2K for game? It's always game every time you can bring it out.
Oh yeah.
Then next we play 1 rank 6 Constellar M7. Made it once today. Again, you just want to make stuff that just continues to generate advantage.
Oh yeah.
What this whenever you bring this out, you'll be like the play that you'd be able to make the M7 on, you'd be able to get back your Spirit and Wolf Bark in 1 move. Whenever you're mid to late game and you had to use your Spirit or your Wolf Bark, that's devastating on your opponent. Like they have no outs from that point on. That rounds out the extra deck.
We're hitting close on time, man.
Sorry.
That's all right.
3 Max C inside standard Dragons Mermail. 2 Nobel to Cross Out. I really don't like these cards, but YuGiOh was a problem, I thought.
Yeah.
One soul release. This is actually really good against
interesting.
Illusions, Dragon Ruler, and Blastworms. You want to play this against Dragon Ruler, just go ahead and banish your dragons. They only play one burial, and they're not going to see it again.
Yeah.
It's very good. One defigure, self-explanatory, Mermail, Soul Drain for Mermail as well. Also, you can play this for the hands, the artifact stuff, the Parker's deck.
Parker's deck.
Full House, it's Fire Fist standard. It's really good for back row decks. Use it all day today. It's really good. 2 Vanity's Emptiness for Mermail and Dragon Ruler. Sided it's really well. 2 Debunk, best card. I wish I could play 3. I just don't have the 3rd. That is true. This is the best card of the format for side decks.
Oh, yeah.
And last but not least, 2 Memory of an Adversary.
I love that card.
This is like the best card. This is my favorite card in the side deck.
I'm taking Leo. It takes Leo.
Leo, if you're playing against Noble Knights, they have the big guy on board. If you play against Noble Knights, you win. You auto win by just playing this one card.
Yeah.
If you play against Boojins, it's the same concept. Also, the mirror match. You can always get back you'll get their bear. The nice little thing is, like, if you have torrential set, this is like pro stuff, because like if you play this right here and you set the torrential and then like it goes to their end phase, they're going to be trying to make a solid board and they're going to forget about that special summon, and then the end phase is special summons, and then you can go torrential at that point, blow up their board, start the free board on your turn, and now you're playing bear. So like you just open everything for bear to continue off your play. It's really good. So good. Also Evil Swarms.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment down below. Head back over to legit YGO. Check out this guy's articles. He's written a couple for us. Maybe he'll write some more. Maybe. All right. I appreciate you guys. Show us how much you love us.